What is up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and you may remember the other day we discussed how it looked like the CEO of Saber Interactive, the maker of Warhammer Space Marine 2, we discussed how he supposedly made a comment on an Asmongold video supporting gamers and calling out all the political messaging in modern games.
Totally and completely badass.
Well, the game journalists out there are melting down about this, asking Saber Interactive to verify if this is accurate, and Saber Interactive refuses to comment on the matter, meaning two things. First of all, the game journalists realize what a death blow this is for their stranglehold on the gaming industry. And second of all, this seems to all but confirm that the comment is indeed legit. It looks as though Matthew Karch, the CEO of Saber Interactive, is taking a stand alongside gamers.
This is where we fight! This is where they die!
And now Kotaku and all the game journalists out there are beginning a crusade against Saber Interactive. If there's one thing they can't allow in the industry, it's a prominent and successful voice that points out the jackassery of purposely not giving customers what they want. They can't allow an enemy within who is fighting wokeness.
I have to destroy it for both our sakes.
Alright me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We've had a lot of new subscribers lately, so it is time to ask the following question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
There are now 63,000 space pirate a-holes in our growing crew, and as is customary on this channel, with every 1,000 subs, I add another ship to our fleet in order to house the newcomers. And this time, one of you selected the AuDiEnCe from the show Ulysses 31, which you can see flying over here. If you have any suggestions for new ships, drop them into the comment section below, and I'll add them to my list. Super chats get bumped to the top of the list, but in any event, thanks for being here, folks, and I'll keep working to earn your viewership.
I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
But anyways, let's look at this meltdown from the progressive D-bags in the gaming industry over Saber Interactive's CEO saying out loud what we all have been thinking. First of all, as I covered last week, there have been rumblings in the gaming media circles for a little while talking about wanting to boycott Space Marine 2. They want to hate this game so much because there are no female Space Marines. There is no overt LGBT crap in it. It's just a testosterone-fueled action game that really gets the blood flowing. And without any timeouts for propaganda in the game, they just can't bring themselves to do anything but hate it. There have been low-key discussions about boycotting Space Marine 2. The game has been a powder keg in the industry, and the CEO of Saber Interactive may have lit a match on this thing. Whether intentionally or not, he started a real firestorm. In case you forgot what he said, here is his comment from the Asmongold video the other day. The video was praising Space Marine 2, and this is what he said. Hey man, CEO of Saber here, I love your videos. When we signed the deal to make Space Marine 2, all I wanted was a throwback game. We had the chance to work on something which by its nature was old school. I can't even comprehend many of the current games that we play these days. They are too complex and too much of an investment. We worked on Halo back in the day, and that game could be distilled down to the simplest of shooting loops, but it was entirely addicting. That is what we wanted to recapture. I hope that games like Space Marine 2 and Wukong are the start of a reversion to a time when games were simply about fun and immersion. I spent some time as Chief Operating Officer at Embracer, and I saw games there that made me want to cry with their overblown attempts at messaging or imposing morals on gamers. We just want to do some glory kills and get the heart rate up a little. For me, that is what games should be about. And you may remember that I said a couple of days ago when we were talking about this, I said that it almost didn't matter if this was true or not. The fact that we would even think, we would even believe that it's possible that a CEO of a major game studio would recognize that it pays to side with the gamers, that is a clear indicator that the worm has turned in the industry. Well, naturally, the activists at Kotaku were none too thrilled about this development, and they started trying to see if they had a so-called traitor in their midst, an enemy within their glorious woke empire. This tweet here is from Ethan Gotch, a senior reporter for Kotaku. He wrote, "Update. Saber Interactive tells me it won't comment on whether a YouTube comment on Asmongold's channel complaining about games imposing morals on gamers belongs to its CEO or not." Now, it's noteworthy, first of all, that Alyssa Mercanti reposted this. And the thing is, you can feel their seething hatred, because if Saber Interactive is refusing to deny that this is from their CEO, if they were woke clowns like the rest of the industry seems to be these days, then they'd go out of their way to say whatever they needed to in order to appease the modern audience. But instead, they seem hell-bent on making sure to support the actual audience. People like us who actually bought the game and support them. This is massively huge for the industry, and I'm willing to bet that we can expect a stink piece from Kotaku on this subject in the next several days. IGN has already written about it, and the contempt is practically dripping off the screen as you read it. As you can imagine, the wokesters on Twitter aren't handling this very well at all. There has been lots of crying and gnashing of teeth, but as much as they want to boycott this game, they know it's already a lost cause. So nothing of any substance will materialize here, I predict. They will simply whine like impotent jerks and get ready to boycott anything the company puts out in the future, which is why we need to support them. We need to stand by them. Their next game that comes out, we need to be there and make sure that it does well. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop some mockery of Kotaku and the journalists classed in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.